All it took was one day for them to wake up and say, enough is enough. I'm tired of going around in this same cycle. I'm tired of my life being controlled by other things, other people, other places. I'm going to do something about it. Okay. We just got done doing the Challenge for Change Motivational Workshop Part 1. I want to thank everyone who came out. I enjoyed having you. I love the conversation. I love the questions. I love the feedback. I love the energy. But now it's time to turn it up a notch. That's right, we got the Challenge for Change Part 2, Saturday, November 9th, 2019. Same location, different time. It's the Challenge for Change Motivational Workshop Part 2, where we'll be covering coping with change. We'll be covering identifying what it is that you will and will not accept in your life. We'll be covering staying away from negativity. We'll be covering tracking your progress, big and small. This thing is about you improving your life and getting yourself to where it is that you want to be. So save the date in your calendars. Saturday, November 9th, 2019 at the Still Memorial Library in Elmira, New York. This is an hour-and-a-half event from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Trust me, this is one event that you don't want to miss. If you're someone who's always saying, I want something different in my life, then this is for you. If you're someone who is saying, I need something different in my life, then this is for you. If you're always feeling down, tired, alone, afraid, unsure, insecure, discouraged, then this workshop is definitely for you. Come and join us at the Challenge for Change Motivational Workshop Part 2. There's a link down below for you to go and register. And yes, this is a free event. So even if you don't register, please come join us. I look forward to seeing you there. And as always, it's time to get your mind right and get focused. It's all about you. Peace. All right. Negative self-talk. One is stop doing it. Seriously, stop it. Because all you're doing is sabotaging your own self. You are your own best friend and your own worst enemy. All right? Me, I don't believe in best friends. I'm my own best friend and my own worst enemy. And I tell you this because you can say that you're my best friend, but you can lie to me, you can trick me, you can get over on me, you can play me, but I can't do that to myself. See, I can lie to you, and I can tell you anything that, and you'll believe it, but I know the truth. A lot of times, we get that feeling in our gut from being dishonest and of guilt. Okay? It's because we're not being honest with our own selves. So, knowing that I'm my best friend and I'm my worst enemy, and therefore I can't lie to myself, I can't play myself, I can't get over on myself. It is in my best interest to be the best to myself, to be honest with me, to be truthful with me. If I can't be honest with me, I can't be honest with you. So what I'm basically referring to is looking within, looking at yourself, directing everything back to yourself. All right? Even if you stole from me, I'm not going to blame or look at you. I'm going to blame and look at myself. All right? And I'm getting to answering your question, Troy. So when you recognize that you're your own best friend, why would you want to talk down to yourself? It doesn't make any sense. All right? Why would you want to do that? Stop looking at yourself as a bad person. Stop looking at yourself as an unworthy person. That's why I'm saying recognizing your own self-worth. What is it that you are worthy of? Because it all starts with you. All right? Start doing some exercises. Use some affirmations. I am worthy. I am great beyond measure. Because what you feed the subconscious mind eventually comes to pass. If you believe that you can't do something, your subconscious takes it as true, and you will not be able to do that thing. But if you believe that you can do it, even if you don't believe that you can do it and you say, I can do this, your subconscious will take it as, I can do this, and it will come to pass. You have to start feeding yourself with positive affirmations, positive thoughts. You have, even when you don't believe, even when you're not sure, you still have to believe, you still have to tell yourself, I can do this. It is essential. So that's one way of getting past that and over that. And then start Start challenging yourself and doing small tasks. All right? Maybe you want to lose some weight. Start going for a walk. Maybe you don't want to walk around the block. Walk to the corner and back. And then after about a week or so, take it around the corner to the next corner, back, and then back to the house. It's going to do something to you inside. It's going to do something to your spirit. It's going to make you feel accomplished. That's just one exercise. You can try it with any and everything. All right? If you can't get up early and go and do that, at lunchtime, instead of going out to eat junk food or fast food with your coworkers, go for a walk around the work building. Start trying to eat a salad instead of a Whopper. Eat fruit. Start doing different things that plays on your psyche, that plays on how you actually feel about yourself. When you get up in the morning, give thanks for waking up. When you go through a hard time, a rough time, give thanks for going through that hard time and that rough time. Another thing is when you're going through something, just stop everything. And just forget about everything and just say, what am I supposed to be learning from this right now? What am I supposed to be getting? I'm going through this for a reason. What is that reason? And be serious about it. You have to take yourself serious. There's no one else like you. No one else can be you. You can't be anyone else. You're the only you in this whole world. You're all you have. Okay, that's cool. You have a wife, you have a father, you have a mother, you have friends, you have kids, you have homies, you have girlfriends. That's cool. But all of those people can leave you. All those people can walk away from you and turn your back on you. You can't turn your back on yourself. You're your best friend and your worst enemy. When you sit and say, I'm incapable, I'm stupid, I can't this, and I'm no good, I'm not worthy, that's not for me, you are sabotaging your own self. You are your worst enemy right then and there. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. You don't need anyone else. You're doing it already. And then you wonder why you're by yourself. You wonder why nobody cares. Because nobody wants to be around all of that. If you stop and look at the people you're around, they probably sound like you. They probably talk like you. And they're probably doing the same things that you're doing and in the same position that you're in. You want something else, then you got to do something else. You have to be about something else. Otherwise, you're right where you're supposed to be at. No offense, but you actually are. In order to want change, you have to do something different. It is your right to feel good about yourself. It is your right to think highly of yourself. I get people who get upset with me because in their minds I move too fast. I think too highly of myself. I think that I'm Mr. All this and all that. So when they say this to me, I'm thinking this person wants me to water myself down to appease them. I don't think so. I'm not here to please nobody. I'm not here to be nobody's friend. It's cool if we get along and we are friends. That's cool. But I'm not stupid. I've been on this earth a long time and around the table enough times to know that you can switch up on me at any given time. But me, I don't have time to switch up on myself. And I've done that. And it's gotten me nowhere. So, for those people who lack self-esteem, it is in their best interest to start to let all of that go. I know it's easier said than done, but it works with exercises. And it's cool if you go and get help, and there are people out here to help you with that, but you can't just stop at going and getting the help from other people. You have to be helping your own self, all right? It's just like a person who does yoga, for instance. They might go to classes, and they might teach classes, but they don't just do yoga when they're teaching classes. They're doing yoga even on their own, okay? I don't just go to the gym and work out in the gym. I also do exercises at home as well. So you have to want it so bad that it's what you actually live. And it starts with believing in yourself. Again, tell me the other part of your question.
About the level of self-honesty.
All right.
We can portray like
yes, absolutely.
Something, but
thank you.
Inside, we're really not doing the things necessary to accomplish what it is we do.
So, again, going back to being your best friend and your worst enemy. You can lie to you can't even lie to yourself basically. Like I remember I used to have homeboys and they used to sit and try and boast and brag about what they had and what they were doing, only to learn that they didn't get that. They didn't do that. I'll use an example. I used to get clowned because my wife would be the one who would help me with a lot of things financially. All right? And I would always be honest about it. They said, oh, Herb, you doing this, you doing that. Yeah, my wife did that for me. My wife helped me with that word. Like, I'm my own man. I this, I that. And then something goes down in their life, and then the truth comes out. It was your wife who was helping you the whole time, and she was supporting you. Something happened between you two, and now all of a sudden, you can't continue doing the same things the way that you were doing them. You were lying the whole time. I used to go home and tell her, babe, that's what I found out today. Such and such, they wasn't really doing this or doing that for themselves. It was like, why they feel the need to lie to me? Why they feel the need to portray like they missed all that? Like they're trying to make me feel lesser than. But really, they feel lesser than. Because I'm honest with me. I'm comfortable with me. We're a team. We're partners. So I don't see it as me being less of a man or anything, because I do my part in certain areas and she does her part in other in certain areas, and we both basically were one, right? So therefore, these people seem to have had a problem with their own, and they didn't obviously have the same connection with theirs as I do with mine, so you want to make me feel lesser than. That's a personal problem. And in the beginning, I used to make it my problem because it made me feel lesser than, but then after a while I recognized I'm not lesser than, I'm actually good, I'm fine. That's a problem that they have, and they can keep that. So now, again, people, they tend to get intimidated, they tend to get bothered because they see me with my confidence, they see the way that I move, they see the way I go about doing things. I even had a homeboy sit and say, daggone, you need to slow down. Like, brothers can't keep up with you. What do you mean keep up with me? Because I have this, because I have that, but I work for this, I earned that. You have to do it for yourself. You're the one coming home complaining about your job. You're complaining about someone at your job. You're complaining about your boss. You're complaining about your paycheck. You're the one riding around hiding from the repo man. Been there, done that. But that was how long ago? I learned my lesson after the first or second time. Second time. All right? So, after the second time. We don't hide from the repo man no more.
That's right.
All right? We just start prioritizing ourselves and handle our responsibilities. Grow up. Handle your responsibilities. It's not my job to slow down for you to catch up and keep up with me. It's your job to get on your ball and on your A game and handle your business. To me, what that means is our season is over. It's time for me to find a new group of people. It's time for me to find someone else that challenges me more, because you don't challenge me no more. You want me to water myself down and slow myself down. I can't do that. Step your game up. I don't mean no offense or anything, but it's the truth. Life is harsh. This is a dog-eat-dog world. Plain and simple. Either you're about it or you're not about it. And it's as simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Either you're about it or you're not about it. So, even though I see, think, and feel that way, it's still my job in my eyes and in my heart and in my spirit to reach back and help those. Because there are some of those out there who really do want it, but they don't know how to go about getting it. Because they're stuck in that little circle of people that keep putting in their head, you can't do that, you'll never amount to that, you're not worthy, you're a loser, you're never going to be anything. But in their heart and in their mind, they're like, there has to be more to life than this. There has to be more. But nobody's telling them. So it's my job to tell them, you can do anything you want to do. You can do anything you want to do, but you have to be willing to step out the circle. You have to be willing to think out of the box. You have to be willing to challenge yourself to do something that you've never done before. That very same thing that you don't want to do could be the very same thing that you need to be doing. I didn't want to do a business. Everybody used to come in my little studio at home, see the t-shirts on the wall, the oils, the incense, and it was like, daggone, G, this right here is like a little bodega. Like, you need to open up another shop. Nope, not interested. That's a responsibility that I don't want. And then, sure enough, I was going through some problems in my life, and I asked for some help from God, and I didn't even recognize I was praying, but I was going through something. I was in a very, very dark place, and I asked for help. And to step in and intervene in my life and make a change. And I never forget it. 2 weeks later, a storefront was presented to me. And I knew that was the answer to to what I asked for. This is what I have to do. It doesn't matter if I want to do it, it's what I have to do. Even though I don't know how I'm going to do it, I don't have the finances to do it, but this is what I got to do. And 7 years later, that's what I've been doing. But now, there's something else I feel the need to do. You know, and that's to reach out and tell other people that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can make that happen. You have to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if no one else believes in you. If you do have someone who believes in you, cool. Run with it. But don't count on it. Count on you and believing in yourself. Because there could come a time where the people who believe in you can end up being the ones later on not believing in you anymore. And then the ones who didn't believe in you become the ones who believe in you. And it's crazy how that happens, but it really does happen. So people can change up on you at any given time is my point. But you yourself, you don't have time to keep changing up on yourself. So it's just really about believing in yourself and being honest with yourself, being truthful to yourself. And that's recognizing you are your best friend and you are your worst enemy. All right? You don't have time to down yourself, to tell yourself negative things and that you can't accomplish anything and that you're not worthy. You have enough people out there that are willing to do that for you. All right? You're going to go through hell no matter what. You're going to go through trials. You're going to go through tribulations. You're going to go through all of that no matter what. So why create any more for yourself?